Perfect, right there. Yeah, you're on, you're live. Lost Taylor.
But wait a minute, they're not lining up over there.
There they are. They're walking.
Yeah, but they were supposed to line up on the field house.
Well, go do just fine.
You got me live, right?
You're on. It's all you. Shot.
If everyone in attendance will please stand and remove your hats as Swain County School High School Band plays tribute to this great country of ours, the playing of our national anthem.
It's behind the podium.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. At this time, I'd like to welcome our honored guests. If you would please stand and remain standing in the audience, if the audience would hold your applause until all guests have been recognized. At this time, we would like to welcome Superintendent of Swain County Schools, Mr. Mark Sale, Swain County School Board members, Swain County Board of Commissioners, Bryson City Town Aldermen, and council members and administration of the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Indians. Please join me in welcoming these guests. You may be seated. I will begin this ceremony with a sense of gratitude because I am certainly thankful that we have survived this difficult year and that we are able to gather here today for a more traditional graduation ceremony and that we are without masks. There are some special people and groups that we need to express our gratitude to as well. I would like to thank Band Director Karen Williams-Lanning and the Swain High Band, the choral and drama teacher Miss Nicole Hewitt and the vocal ensemble, and to our very own graduate Emily Franklin for their participation in today's ceremony. I am so grateful that we have come to a point in this pandemic where we are able to enjoy the musical talents of these students. I would like to thank the graduation committee, the Swain High faculty and staff, our custodian and maintenance, the coaching staff, for all of their help in preparing this beautiful setup that we have here today. To our law enforcement, who have helped us with traffic for this event, the senior walk, and will continue to help us this afternoon with the parade in town. Thank you to our local churches for the donation of the Bibles and the water as the graduates came in. Graduates, somewhere between the ages of 3 and 5, or maybe 6, you began a journey called school. Through the course of the past 13 or so years, you've had many teachers who have poured their heart and soul into your education and into the development of the fine young men and women that you are today. At this time, if you are a current or past member of the Swain County school system, please stand and allow us to thank you for your contribution to the lives of these young folks. You may be seated.
For
Most of the 111 graduates who are seated in front of me, I have only been a part of their life and their school journey for the past 4 years. However, there are people here today who have poured 17, 18, or even 19 years for some of you of time and effort into your life journey. People who have celebrated your accomplishments, they've cried happy tears, they've cried sad tears, and they've been your #1 fan. Graduates, please take this opportunity to express your gratitude to your parents, guardians, and family members who are with us today. As we move through this morning, we will be sharing a number of opportunities for appreciation and emotion. I ask that throughout our time together that we are considerate of all those around us. I ask that you remain in the stands until the graduates have exited the field. This day is designed to honor their dedication and hard work for many years. Leaving before all the graduates are honored would not demonstrate the respect that each graduate deserves. Please help me honor them in this way. If you have not already done so, please silence your phones. At this time, I would like to introduce our first honored speaker, who will lead us in our prayer, Miss Kate Haas. Kate finished with a 4.4655 GPA. Kate is the daughter of Catherine and Frank Dockery and Trey Haas. She resides in the Village Cove community. Kate has been involved in National Honor Society. She was the captain of the women's soccer team, was named All-Conference, All-Regional, and Honorable Mention All-State. She participated in HOSA her sophomore year, Senior Citizen Outreach Club her freshman year. She was the winner of the Eric and Phyllis Larson Scholarship and Aubrey Lee Brooks Scholarship, totaling $17,000. She will be attending UNC Chapel Hill, where she has plans to major in psychology. Please welcome to the podium, Miss Kate Haas.
Thank you. Before we begin, I would like to honor 2 special people with a moment of silence. First, Mr. George Carson. Mr. Carson was a Swain County High School alumnus, and each year he provided the golf carts that we use to transport those who have a more difficult time getting to the stadium for today's event. Next, we would like to remember one of our fellow students, Blake Lance, who lost his life on Sunday, November 29th, in a tragic home fire. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence for these special Swain family members. I now invite you all to join me in prayer. Dear God, we thank you for giving us such a beautiful day to celebrate the senior class. After a challenging year filled with many ups and downs, we are so blessed to finally be able to see all of the family and friends who have joined us here today. We thank you for giving us the determination and to persevere through such a trying senior year. Help us seniors in our forthcoming endeavors. Aid us in learning and help us all to use this knowledge for the better. Allow us to grow in your wisdom and love, and we pray that you surround us all with your grace and humility in the great futures that lie ahead. All of this we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Kate. This year we have a special presentation to make. Swain County High School will be presenting an honorary high school diploma to Dr. Bronson Messer. Dr. Messer left high school after being accepted into a program for early admission freshmen at the University of Tennessee. He chose to type his resume on an old school typewriter, not even a word processor, and submit it. Not only did he get accepted, but he was given a scholarship that covered his entire education for the 4 years at UT. I must say that while he is honored to be here today, some of his classmates were not so thrilled about this. I recently received an email titled Graduation, and the first line of the email read, "Dear Sonia, I am deeply saddened to hear that you are taking away the one thing that I can tease Bronson about. The only thing that I could ever make fun of him about is that he never graduated high school." I'm sure you know who that is, Dr. Messer. I also went home and told my husband, who was in the same graduating class, and his response was, "Well, I just moved further down in class rank, thanks." All joking aside, we are honored to have Dr. Bronson Messer. Dr. Messer is a distinguished scientist and the Director of Science at the Oak Ridge Leadership Computing Facility at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. He is also Joint Faculty Associate Professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Tennessee. Prior to joining Oak Ridge National Laboratory, Dr. Messer was a research associate in the Department of Astronomy and Astrophysics at the University of Chicago, where he was the deputy group leader for astrophysics in the ASC Center for Astrophysical Thermonuclear Flashes. Dr. Messer is a member of the American Astronomical Society, and he recently served on the American Physical Society's Committee on Informing the Public from 2018 to 2020. His publications in Astrophysical Journal, the Physical Review, the Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society, and other venues have garnered more than 3,800 citations. In 2020, he was awarded the Department of Energy Secretary's Honor Award for his part in enabling the COVID-19 High Performance Computing Consortium. Dr. Messer holds undergraduate and graduate degrees from the University of Tennessee, earning his PhD in physics in 2000. At this time, I will ask Superintendent Mark Sell to present an honorary high school diploma to Dr. Bronson Messer, and then Mr. Messer will address the graduates.
So, first of all, thank you very much, Ms. Blankenship, for not taking the advice of whoever the anonymous emailer was. I need to extend my thanks to a lot of people this morning. I understand that Mr. McKinney and Mr. Sale were instrumental in my being here with you today, and I thank you both from the bottom of my heart for this substantial honor. I also thank all the other administrators and school board members who made this possible. I also want to thank the class of 2021 for allowing me to be part of your celebration. I'm going to take advantage of my bully pulpit here to extract a promise from you, and especially your class officers, that I'll receive invitations to future class reunions. The class of '88 has allowed me to attend theirs in the past, but I did have to marry one of them to have that privilege durably extended to me. You can feel free to park my wheelchair in the corner. I just hope that somebody comes and checks on me and makes sure I catch my ride afterwards. I've had the opportunity to deliver lots of talks in my life to this point. Technical talks at meetings and conferences, rapporteur wrap-up talks for large conferences, wedding addresses, and even eulogies. This is the first time I've done a graduation address. Like all these other talks, a graduation address is supposed to have a certain cadence, a certain fairly standard set of conventions and structure. I think I'm supposed to tell you, go out and grab life by the scruff of the neck, wring all you can out of it, and something like be true to yourself. Now, all that's fine advice, of course, and we'd all do well to observe it. But after having reflected on it just a little bit, maybe I'd like to share a few thoughts with you that are maybe just incrementally less anodyne. These are in the form of 3 pithy things that people who are very important to me have told me throughout my life. The first is a piece of wisdom from the greatest boss I ever had. Life's hard, wear a helmet. So this sounds like the grumbling of a curmudgeon, and to be honest, it sort of is. But there's real import in it. Life is mostly made up of tragedies, lesser and greater. How you navigate the spaces between these is what's going to make up the bulk of your life. But importantly, this fact is no reason to despair. The people around you, your family and friends that have already been referenced earlier, they're going to be what makes your life a journey worth making. And they'll be with you for all those times. It's not going to be all right because it always is. It's going to be all right because you and those around you make something out of whatever it is. The action is what's all right. That's the project of your life. Next is a thought that I think is particular to us. And I mean, all of us gathered here today. You've probably already been told some version in your life of never forget where you're from. That's something lots of people in lots of places get to hear. Well, here's the thing for us. Don't worry about it. You'll never be able to forget where you're from. You'll either be right here, cradled in these mountains, or you'll be somewhere else, and these mountains will never be far from your mind. Or you'll be out in the world and somebody will remind you about where you're from. Welcome those comments and questions and, yeah, even the occasional sneer. Welcome the feeling it will give you to realize that, yeah, you're from the back of beyond, and yet there you are, doing the things you're doing the same things they're doing, knowing all the things you know, having lived all the things you've lived, and being so much more, just more, for having seen, been, and done all of it. The last one is straight from a source that I think everyone tends to listen to, Mom. One of my mother's favorite admonitions to me when I was younger was to remind me that I was not the center of the universe. I understand what she meant. I understood it even then. But here's the thing again. Of course I'm the center of the universe. I'm the most vibrant, unique, special thing that I can ever experience. That's just the way it is. But maybe my mother understood that too. Maybe she understood that even though I am the center of the universe, that all of it, the reality of where we're from and the tribulations that we all go through, means that we're all responsible for our own universe and what goes on inside it. And that mostly means consciously setting aside that privileged position at the center and mostly doing it all the time. You'll have to forgive my astrophysical analogy, but we're all Ptolemaic, believing that we have a privileged view of the universe where we're at the center when we're naive, maybe younger. But we become Copernicans, knowing that we're just riding on a rock around a fifth-rate star, about 2/3 of the way out of the spiral arm of a ho-hum barred spiral galaxy, at the edge of a modest supercluster that's just like literally 10 million others in the universe, when we realize how completely connected we are to those around us. Rather than wrecking our view of our universe, this correct view is freeing. Life's hard, but you've got a helmet, fashioned from years here in this place with these people. Just use it, get on with it, and your luck will be made by you. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Dr. Messer. Our next speaker is our salutatorian, Summer Davis. Summer finished with a 4.4839 GPA. Summer is the daughter of Vicki Davis and Richard Ivins. She resides in the Alarka community. Summer has been involved in marching band for 7 years, where she served as drum major for 3 years. She is a member of the National Honor Society and Student Lighthouse team. She was the winner of the People Helping People Scholarship and the Swain County Schools Foundation Scholarship. totaling over $13,000. She also received a merit scholarship from UNC Wilmington, where she will attend this fall and plans to study history education or possibly chemistry or forensics. Please welcome to the podium, Miss Summer Davis.
There we go, we got there. Sorry, everybody. I was told my speech would be on the podium and it was under the podium, but that's fine. Hello. Thank you so much for being here on this incredibly hot summer day. I'm going to try my absolute best to keep this short and simple in order to get on with the program because only about 12, I think, of you are here to listen to me talk. So let's get into this. This class has many accomplishments. Natalie Stuckey is ranked 2nd in the state in her event in track and field. Jenna Marr, Jessie Lohman, and Monica Reardon are all ranked 1st in the state in their respective events. Yes, they're great. Damian Lossie was named Most Outstanding Wrestler for the 1A Western Region. Cheers for that as well. And because sports accomplishments can have a tendency to overshadow the arts, it is important to note what the performing groups in our class have achieved. In 2019, our band class was the first in 18 years to earn an all-superior rating in grade 4 concert literature at the WNC Regional Music Performance Assessment. We were also a part of the group that went to Pearl Harbor to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the bombings. Smaller claps for that one. Oh, bigger claps. Additionally, our class is home to some of the most talented theatrical performers to have ever graced a high school stage, one of which will be performing for you today. And honestly, that fact is astonishing considering what we've been through as a class. For those of you who are unaware, my class is notorious in our school system for being one of the worst classes to ever walk these halls. We have been told from the ripe age of 7 that we were horrid. We were loud, disruptive, and crude. We have destroyed bathroom stalls, made substitute teachers quit, made coaches retire, caused classroom teachers to retire, and did a mediocre job of forking the field and TPing the trees. With all of that said, I've always thought that success was the greatest form of revenge. And by sitting here today, we have proven that we are not only one of the worst classes that Swain High has ever seen, but also the most successful. We have shown that we are capable of overcoming everything the world has thrown at us. We are the most successful class for a number of reasons, the most significant being that there is no great divide between us. When the world around us became increasingly more polarized, we stayed true to ourselves. I don't think that anyone in our class is truly afraid of talking to anyone else out of fear of bullying or harassment. We all have our friend groups, of course. The idea that everyone could be friends with everyone is preposterous, but we have all been united in our own sense of accomplishment and success. We have been through a global pandemic together, which has only united us further. We are a force to be reckoned with, and we have proven that through years of accomplishing what very few before us could. We have fought, laughed, and suffered together as a group. We are sitting here today with the hope that what we have learned will aid us in the future. Perhaps, now that we are gone, the sinks of Swain High will feel peace at last. And if not, because the underclassmen are just as destructive as we are, remember folks, it'll buff.
Thank you, Summer. She is her mother's child. Next, we have this year's valedictorian, Madison Dixon. Madison finished with a 4.5167 GPA. Madison is the daughter of Carolyn and Thomas Dixon. She resides in the Alarka community. Madison has been involved in Color Guard, Project Discovery, National Honor Society, New Century Scholars, and Project Endeavor. She was inducted into the National Society of High School Scholars, the Duke Talent Identification Program, and she was the winner of the 4-year Science Award. Madison plans to attend Western Carolina University, where she plans to study forensic anthropology. Please welcome to the podium, Miss Madison Dixon.
If I can be completely candid for just a second, writing this speech was much more nerve-wracking than it should have been, and I had feared this morning to be about the same. I expected to wake up after hitting snooze 7 times and rush to school. I anticipated biting my nails the entire car ride, and I could see myself silently praying I wouldn't faint before getting to the podium. But in reality, my fear was the worst part. Because instead of spending the morning in a panic-induced frenzy, I woke up on time for once. I actually ate breakfast instead of waiting until noon, and before heading out the door, my mom gave me some of her favorite perfume and brushed my hair like she did when I was little. I think that was the best part of today, having her take time to do my hair again. It made me think about how much I've grown up, and even with the future right in front of me, waiting for me to reach out and grab it, she still chases me with that red brush, hoping to get the last knot out. I've come to realize through this reflection that dwelling on fears for the future does nothing except take your mind away from present happiness. So this has led me to a single thought. What about your future? Did you expect the worst of today? Did you dwell on the what-ifs? It would be really easy for me to just say, don't do that, even if it is the best answer. After all, no amount of worrying could have prepared anyone for what's already happened, global pandemics included. So it doesn't make much sense to live your life stuck inside the unreasonable expectations. From what I've seen this class, our generation is one of the best at exceeding expectations. We have been known for excellent moments and some not so excellent moments. We have been known to survive mass violence, illness, prejudice, and in the time we live in, I'm amazed that some of us are still going. When my mom brushed my hair this morning, for me, that was my moment to say, this is how I survive. I look at my baby brothers, my hardworking dad, my friends. You look at your friends and families too, or the sport you play, or the hobbies you love. Some of you look to God, as do I, and I can tell you firsthand that He always looks out for you. Or maybe you look at that scholarship, or that job opportunity, or that one special person in your life. You look to who or whatever is in your life to help get the knots out. And we have all seen firsthand that being afraid of the future does nothing for us except take away your moment to say, hey, this is how I survive. Because you're here today, waiting on me to hurry up so you can get your diploma and leave, you've already proven that you will keep going, and you do have the courage to keep surviving. Some of you understandably want to go to college and experience the world. I'm all for that. I encourage it. Some of you don't, and again, that's fine. But whatever you do and wherever you go, my advice to you, if you'll take it, is this. Do not overthink it. Don't fear the hypothetical. I refuse to believe in a future where you can't survive without fear. Because as far as this class goes, we didn't. We survived because we believe it'll buff, silly as it may be, to the fullest extent of the phrase. We are the future, but that shouldn't scare you. Like I said, we always exceed our expectations.
Let's give it up one more time for all the distinguished guests. I really just want to make it feel like you were clapping for me, but it is my privilege to recognize some of the special awards received by the class of 2021. We have 14 seniors who have a final cumulative weighted GPA of 4.0 or higher. As I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing to be recognized? Please hold all of your applause until all names have been called. Madison Dixon, Summer Davis, Kate Poss, Booth Bassett, Jenna Marr, Emily Wilkie, Kaylee Stewart, Rhea Dingle, Seth Killebrew, Kiana Stevenson, Drew Sangani, Ruby Dye, Stacy Griggs, Hunter Ball. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. We also have 14 seniors wearing blue or white collars that signify that they are members of the Swain County High School National Honor Society. The criteria for membership in this organization includes having a 3.9 or higher GPA, along with the qualities of leadership, character, and service. As I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing to be recognized? Hold all of your applause until all names have been called. Madison Dixon, Jenna Marr, Jeffrey Bassett, Kaylee Stewart, Emily Wilkie, Rhea Dingle, Ruby Dyer, Kiana Stevenson, Catherine Poss, Hunter Ball, Dane Anthony. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. We have 8 seniors that are being recognized as North Carolina Scholars. To achieve this honor, students must maintain a 3.5 unweighted GPA throughout high school while completing the college-university course of study, taking the most rigorous advanced academic and elective courses, including chemistry or physics, while also having four elective credits constituting a concentration recommended from one of the following: CTE, JROTC, arts, education, or second languages. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing to be recognized. Please hold all of your applause until all names are called. Hunter Ball, Booth Bassett, Summer Davis, Stacy Griggs, Seth Killebrew, Kiana Stevenson, Kaylee Stewart, Jesse Joe Terrazas. Let's give him a big hand. You may be seated. 6 seniors completed Southwestern Community College Carpentry Certificate. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing to be recognized. Please hold all of your applause until all names have been called. Preston Gray, Lucas Climbing Bear, Chasm Keener, Jesse Lohman, Logan McCall, Noel Wolf. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. 5 seniors completed the Southwestern Community College Welding Certificate. As I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing to be recognized, and please hold all of your applause till all names have been called. Peyton Ball, Zachary Brooks, Ashton Buchanan, Hunter Cochran, Harmon Dixon. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. 4 seniors successfully completed the credentialing process for Nurse Aid 1 certification, which allows them to be listed on the NC Nurse Aid 1 registry. As I call your name, will you please stand and be recognized? Please hold all of your applause until all names have been called. Kiera Bryson, Kayla Evans, Janet Villagomez, Michael Winchester. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Today, there are 80 seniors wearing a gold cord that signifies these students have completed a career technical education pathway. I will ask all of these 80 students to go ahead and stand up to be recognized. You may be seated. As I recognize the following accomplishments, I would ask that these individuals please stand and remain standing. Please hold all of your applause until the end. Please stand and remain standing if you are one of the 4 graduates who are wearing a single red cord that signifies their participation in at least 3 American Red cross blood drives during this school year by either donating blood or working the blood drive. Please stand at this time, remain standing. Please stand and remain standing if you are one of the 2 graduates who are wearing a blue and gold cord for FFA, which they earned by having a GPA of 2.5 or higher in agricultural classes, and they have competed in at least one FFA event. Please stand and remain standing. Please stand and remain standing if you placed 3rd in the NC Junior Chef Competition. Please stand and remain standing if you qualified to compete at Skills USA State and placed 3rd in the state in Automotive Tool ID. Please stand and remain standing if you are one of the 5 graduates who are graduating with an Inventor certification. Please stand and remain standing if you are one of the 11 graduates who are graduating with an E-Food Handler certification. Please stand and remain standing if you are one of the 14 graduates who are graduating with the OSHA certifications. Please stand and remain standing if you're one of the 20 graduates who are graduating with an AutoCAD certification. And let's give all of these individuals a big round of applause. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to summarize the graduation plans of our 111 graduates, which includes the following. 3 seniors will be joining the military. 34 seniors will be joining the workforce. 39 seniors will be attending 2-year colleges, including Blue Ridge Community College, Central Piedmont Community College, Southwest Community College. 35 seniors will be attending one of the following 4-year colleges: Appalachian State University, Cumberland University, Coastal Carolina University, East Tennessee State University, Haskell Indian Nation University, High Point University, University of Louisville, Maryville College, NC State University, North Florida College, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and Western Carolina University. Let's give them a hand for all that accomplishment. To help finance their college education, the total amount of scholarship money received by the class of 2021 was well over $500,000 over the next 4 years. In addition to that, the total value of the dual enrollments credits earned at Swain County through Southwestern Community College, current tuition rate would equal $100,190 by 87 students of this graduating class. The administration, teachers, and staff would like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to all of the members of the class of 2021. We look forward to watching you continue to be your best and then some, while always remaining maroon strong.
At this time, our ensemble will sing a song followed by a solo by Emily Franklin.
Yeah, go ahead and get them setting up. Taylor's kind of getting the shot here. How about a really wide shot showing like everything? Audience, the crowd, everything. Oh, you got the drone up there? Oh, you're not.
But I'll give you something. I got 44%.
We're good right here. Looks good though. You go ahead.
Rise to meet you. May
this day would come, we'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. Never thought I'd walk away with so much joy and so much pain, and it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The time that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. There we are on every page. Memories I'll always sing. Up ahead on the open doors. Who knows what we're headed towards? I wish you love, I wish you love. For you the world just opens up, but it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The time that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, the good or the bad, I'll keep them here inside. Every day that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. And one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh, but right now we just cry, 'cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. Time that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember, yeah. I'll always remember you.
Graduates, prepare for graduation.
Yeah, for now. Taylor's moving into position right now. Yes. I think the most important part is what's happening going across stage. We'll make sure we see this.
Aiden Elias Allison. Dane Wesley Anthony. Raul Andre Arellano. Hunter Joseph Ball. Jeffrey Booth Bassett. Sullivan Anthony Beckman. Jaden Delaney Bilecki. Zachary Michael Brooks. Ashton Taylor Buchanan. Lily Elise Anthony. Willa May Bible. Ashlyn Rain Bridges. Brianna Angeline Brown. Kiara Elizabeth Bryson. Mary Jane Fumiko Clampett. Lindsay Hope Connor. Summer Lynn Davis. Rhea Evelyn Dingle. Titan Chase Burrell. Andrew Valentino Francis Chavez. Lucas Jean Climbing Bear Jr. Zachary James Klein. Walker Flynn Cooper. Colton McKinley Cunningham. Austin Ray Daniel. Caleb Robert Dengler. Harmon Aiden Dixon. Madison Nicole Dixon. Ruby Willow Dyer. Keely Jordan Eagleman. Hannah Grace Epperson. Kayla Ray Evans. Emily Dawn Franklin. Abigail Kayleen George. Isabel Molly Green. Stacy Ann Griggs. Preston Allen Gray. Max Nathan Hurley III. Amari Brensai Jackson. Curtis Wayne James. Ethan Wallace James. Dakota Lee Jenkins. Jackson Jeffrey Jenkins. Chasm Lane Keener. James Seferino Killebrew. Kirsten Molly Haney. Sierra Elizabeth Jones. Caitlin Elizabeth Jones. Maggie Elizabeth Kirkland. Sarah Elizabeth Kitchens. Madeline Nanette Lay. Jessica Lynn Lohman. Jenna Faith Marr. Finley Noel Myers. Chloe Josephine Motzinger. Uzi Lavidon Layton. Judea Kane Littlejohn. Damian Kane Lossy. Aaron Patton Mashburn. Davin James Mask. Logan Anthony McCall. Jacob Thomas Nugent. John Terrence Peterson III. Christopher James Phillips II. Alden Joseph Phillips. Destiny Cheyenne Murray. Kaylee Love Nations. Faith Myra Parker. Catherine Frances Poss. Rosa Maria Primero. Monica Page Reardon. Brianna Shannon Ross. Kiana Leanne Stevenson. Ashley Annette Marie Stevenson. Kaylee Nicole Stewart. James Colin Posey. Anthony Alexis Reyes Martinez. Connor Gregory Reynolds. Drew Ramji Zingani. Jaden Kyle Singley. Stand by. Aiden Lake Smith. Brandon Lee Edward Stogner. Yari K. Taylor. Samuel Kai Vestal. Ryan Curtis Waldrop. Natalie Lynn Stuckey. Brooklyn Carly Sykes. Jesse Joe Terrazas. Alexis Marie Trimp. Brooke Elizabeth Trimp. Sierra Caroline Watkins. Emily Ann Wilkie. Kaylee Deani Wolf. Rebecca Eva Wolf. Taylor Brooke Woodard. Corbin Luke Welch. Patrick Blake Welch. Charles Albert Wiggins. Riley Noah White. Michael Lawrence Winchester. Noel Vincent Wolf. Robert Benjamin Womble. Zachary Dwayne Woodard.
Please stand and join us in the singing of our alma mater. To declare these students as graduates of Swain County High School.
We have rightly thanked several people and several groups today, but there's one group that you need to thank. Look into the stands. Find your family, your parents, and your friends. Wave to them and tell them thank you. And now, class of 2021, as you stand, I invite you to move your tassel from the right to the left. And with that move, I am thrilled to announce that each of you have met the requirements of the state of North Carolina and the Swain County School Board of Education, and you are declared a graduate of the Swain County school system. Congratulations!
The whole campus.